Fellas, welcome to Land Geek Nightcap. Welcome, Land Geek Nation. Uh, this is Nightcap. We're live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're catching the replay, make sure you join us live next time.
Yeah.
So you can hang out with us, ask some questions, maybe share a drink. And we have topics. So tonight, the topic is we're talking about one of Mike Zano's favorite tools ever, the land income calculator, and how you and Mike can make money every time you buy land. Every time.
It's true.
Do you hear me there, Mike? We're making money when we buy land.
We do make money on the buy. I agree, 100%.
So we're going to get into that a little bit on this show. Probably not too much into the nitty gritty because I know Mike's had a bottle of wine by now, and John's probably at the end of his rope with all of his children at the end of the day.
Yeah. And if we're honest, those gritties are pretty nitty, or the nitties are gritty. I don't know.
Wow. I'm gonna quote you on that and throw it up as a comment. But yeah, nice to see you fellas. Nice to see people rolling in here. We got the Daniels watching, Daniel Bryan and Daniel McCallum.
Hello,
good to have you guys.
Hey, Daniels.
For those watching, tell us where you're calling in from or tuning in from, and what cocktail or drink of choice you're having this evening. Mike, how about you? Cocktail, drink of choice?
There'll be some wine here shortly.
Oh, okay. It must be very nice to have someone serving you wine over there.
There might be a hot fudge sundae popping in too.
Mm.
The order.
Just don't mix them together.
No, not at the same time.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna eat ice cream on Nightcap.
Probably not, but maybe.
Do you remember the one time with Forbes we did the Sunday brunch?
Were we in person for that? No, that was
No.
We did that in Boston when we were. That was like an anniversary show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember that show.
Did we have mimosas? I think we had. We had
Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Daniel Bryan's drinking Lafroig.
There you have it.
Ooh,
that is mine. Yeah, it's super peaty. That's like when I go out for like an anniversary dinner and I'm getting a scotch, I get Lafroig, and I don't buy it for myself because that's my special occasion scotch. So well done, Daniel Bryan.
Smell the magic marker. As soon as you pop it, it smells like a magic marker, doesn't
it? You get the Kentucky hug before. I mean, it's just the Kentucky inhale. Well, guys, I suppose we should get to the topic at hand, right? And but I think before we get into, I think it'd be fun for the audience to see. The climax of the show will be when we bring out the calculator, right?
NBAA.
It's like the fireworks.
Yeah, the fireworks are going to go off. It's very exciting. The 10BII calculator.
Man.
It's Mike's favorite tool.
I mean, I like it. I do use it. I'm not going to lie. I use it quite a bit. But in a limited fun, I think you can use it on multiple levels. I'm taking it on a base level just to evaluate deals, but it's still good. I mean, it's perfect for that.
Perfect for evaluating deals. Perfect for, it helps you set your pricing on deals because we're shooting for a certain percentage back on our money.
Mid negotiation, you can just pull this out, and someone wants less of a down payment, more of a monthly, vice versa. You can, as long as you're getting your good yield. So you're right. That there's use there too.
Yeah, and when we talk about yield, there's a rule we follow at Land Geek, right? The rule of 72. We try to be 72% or higher. So we'll show you guys what that looks like when we calculate it.
Yeah, many times we're much higher, right?
Yeah, much higher. So, but what about cash deals, guys? Like, it's fun to calculate the return on cash deals too. The instantaneous return, right? John Burnett. Let's each of us go over our last cash deal. And tell the numbers,
okay?
If you don't mind bragging.
Yeah, let me just see if I can find it.
Look at him pulling up the data.
Oh my God, drive me crazy. He's got data in front of him.
I got data. Pulling up Airtable.
Well, we just messaged the team. Hold on.
John seems all AI now, so he'll get an instantaneous answer. It'll be perfect.
Yes.
This is so cool because so many sales he has to figure out which one was the last one.
Yeah, right? You can't remember his last cash deal. That's when you know you're a successful land investor, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here's one. Sold for $13,900.
Okay. What'd you buy it for?
Now I have to look at more data.
Oh man.
Going to all the places. Let's see.
Should have music playing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Daniel McCallum is drinking some sparkling wine in celebration of the first land deal sold. Also, the last night before the wife has to go back to teaching. So, Daniel, that's amazing. Good for you. Tell us the details. Tell us the numbers, and that's amazing. So, first land deal, Mike Zano. Did you celebrate?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like the most unbelievable feeling. You know, you hear it works, but until you make it work, you know, maybe you have some reservations but what a great moment.
That's an amazing moment.
Success.
It is an amazing moment. I remember, I still remember our first buyer. He defaulted many, many years ago, but I still remember his name. I won't say it in case he's embarrassed about defaulting, but so I found the numbers. So this was one that I bought, and we bought it wholesale, and we actually bought it for, I think, $6,000 and sold it for $13,900.
Nice. Okay, that's so you more than double your money, right? Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's awesome. So
yep.
So the profit there is what, 7,900.
Yeah.
And I guess your percentage of return on that was like 130%. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice land deal.
It is pretty nice.
Pretty
nice. Mike Zano, most recent cash deal.
Yeah, we just closed one this past week. Purchase price was $4,500 after mobile notary and maybe other little costs, about $47.75 into it. It's under $5,000. We sold it after closing costs. We netted $13,500.
13,500. So a little bit better numbers than John.
Wasn't trying to beat him. Just
we all know you are.
$9,000 profit and 200% return on your money. 200% instantaneous return.
Not bad.
That's amazing.
Every day.
All right, and then mine we bought for 4,000. It was actually like 38.33 actually. So 38.33. 38.83. And sold it for $11,999. So
oh my goodness, everyone's beating me.
Yeah, but not by much.
You bought your wholesale, so I had mailing costs.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
That's true. There you go.
We're probably right on the same page.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Go. That's great.
Some nice cash deals going on here recently. Anybody else with some cash deals out there in the group? Feel free to share. Adam wants to know where your deal was, John, and I don't know. We have kind of a nightcap rule here. We don't share our areas. We don't divulge. Just say
state.
Go ahead.
State. Oregon.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
See, John's not afraid to share that info.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, I think we should talk about yield, and I think we should talk about the favorite tool, Mike Zano's favorite tool. Are you ready? Ready for this? This is how high tech we are on Nightcap now. We can just, at the click of a button, the No Solution 10 BII calculator.
No solution.
Oh, look at this. Daniel McCallum bought 5 acres in Box Elder County for $49.68 off an auction, sold on terms for $10,000. So
Nice.
that's amazing, Daniel. Daniel, I remember talking to you about that deal now. He had just bought it at auction, and I think a couple months ago you were getting ready to market. So that's a nice little return for you guys, and very exciting. And I believe, Daniel, that you're coming to the Dirt Rich Summit as well. So we'll have to toast your deal in person, which I'm very excited about.
We will be there.
We will be there, all three of us.
November
6th through the 8th, I think.
I think a 9th maybe.
In 6th through the 9th in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas.
Coming to you from Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that'll be very exciting. All right, so we need a deal. Should we? I mean, we could use Daniel's deal if he tells us how much down he's getting and how many months you're paying. How many months? Or we could do one of our deals. What do you think?
No, I was thinking of somebody who's out there got one that's not sold yet, and help us work some numbers and options with them.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. Should we like explain what yield is first?
I think we should, John. Yes.
John, you're up.
For all the people. Oh no. By we, I mean
we meant you.
The other two.
John, we know you're just going to ask Mark's clone anyway, so just ask Mark's clone.
I actually asked,
and why is it so important? And then let's tell everyone.
So I asked Mark's clone to give me an explanation of yield, and then I said, "Explain this to me like I'm a small child." And then
nice.
It did, and then I said, "Explain this to me as a Dr. Seuss book."
Oh my gosh!
So, would you guys like it? We'll see. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Imagine you buy a plot of land with $4 green in your hand. You sell it to Sam, who loves it a lot. He'll pay you each month for that little plot. First, he gives you $1 or $2, then each month more dollars come through. How much am I making, you ask with a cheer. That's where we calculate yield, my dear. We grab a calculator. It's not very hard. We plug in the numbers like a math wizard bard. The month Sam will pay, that's called the term. We call it N. It's easy to learn. Next comes the money you spend on the land. That's PV, the dollars that's left your hand. Then there's the payment Sam gives each time. That's PMT, the dollars that climb. Now press the button, the one marked yield, and watch as the magic is quickly revealed. It tells you the rate your money will grow, better than banks or stocks, you know. So, John, my friend, don't be confused. Yield is the tool that pros always use. It shows how your money is working for you and helps you decide what deals to pursue. So,
I mean, really.
There you go.
That's unbelievable.
That is really unbelievable. Like are any of us going to be creative anymore, or like John? I mean, that was actually, if you'd come to us 5 years ago and done that, I'd been like,
thinking the same thing. Without AI, I'd be like, this guy's a genius.
Right. I mean, now AI is desensitizing us to create. I mean, we don't have to be creative anymore. It's desensitizing us because, I mean, that was amazing, but. I mean, come on. This is just ridiculous. Yeah. But that was a great. So, the cliff notes of the whole thing, right? It's just basically your annualized return on your money.
Yeah. So thinking about that, like, it could look great. So for instance, we love buying deals where we can 4X our money, right? Yeah. And that's great. But if you're 4Xing your money over 100 years, that's actually a pretty bad return, right? By any measure, right? And so it's a question of how quickly are you actually getting that return over time? And that helps us gauge on whether or not it's a good investment.
Right.
I agree. I always say it's how, the layman's terms, it's how quickly do we get our money back?
Yeah.
I like it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it, right? That's your capital recovery. So the sooner you recover your capital on a deal, the better your yield is going to be. The higher the down payment on a property, the better your yield is going to be. The higher the monthly payment on the property, the better the yield is going to be. And these are numbers that you can somewhat manipulate. if we buy a property. So let's do a little example here. Let's say Mike Zano buys a property for $2,000,
Yes, I'd love
right?
to.
You'd love to. And let's say based on some of his preliminary research that he has done, he's determined that the market value in that area is what? We'll just use $8,000. So, Mike, you're buying
Yeah.
this property at 25 cents on the dollar?
Sounds good. I'd love to.
Yeah, I'd love to, right? Because, if you're looking at market value, properties with 8 to 10,000 in that area, when you're buying this thing at $2,000, you're already making money. But then we want to structure the deal in a way that makes sense for us. And, any deal where you make your money back in 10 months or less is really a killer deal, right?
Good
And I
yield.
don't know where the rule of 72 came from necessarily. I know Scott Todd talked about that long ago. Mike, is it when you like double your money in a certain amount of time? Is that how that works?
I think that's over a certain amount of years, but I think we'd be better off having John making a little poem about it.
Yeah, we could.
I just
Let's
love
see what I
putting
can
Zano
do.
on the spot because I know he loves math, so I like picking
Well,
on him with these
Scott,
questions.
as I always say, there's three kinds of mathematicians: those who can add and those who can't.
And everyone should know that quote of yours by now, for sure. Just like they're going to know "Eat bologna, buy land."
Is that shirt in the making yet? Because that is the most incredible shirt.
Another very famous land quote. Another very famous quote. I think that we should immortalize.
That is.
So
I do have
Mike,
a very long. Sorry,
ahead,
I have a very long poem now about why 72 is the ideal yield.
How long?
I don't know if we want to be done with this or if we just keep.
Well, I had to shorten it to a haiku.
We're like, how can we take this topic and stretch it by an hour? We're gonna have by the end. I'm gonna be like writing like the Epic of Gilgamesh to explain yield. It's gonna be great.
Ask it to convert it into a haiku.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Let's do a haiku.
All right. Convert
575.
Single haiku.
This is going to be good.
Double each year grows. 72 yields the key. Scaling dreams take flight.
Every year,
I feel like the last line was kind of a cop out.
You think every year your money doubles?
Yeah.
Every year your money doubles if you hit 72%, right?
Yeah.
So we want to hit 72%. So let's say we sell the property for we'll just say 10,000 on terms, right? Wow. It's a great deal. Well, let's not be quite that. Let's say 8,000. We'll say 8,000 on terms. We're doing 8,000 on terms. Yep. So there's really three values you need to be concerned with when you calculate the yield, right? And the first one is the present value. So the present value is basically your cost basis. So Mike Zano, if you spent $2,000 on this property, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And let's say you had a couple $100, and you can do this. You don't have to in every deal. You can calculate the mailing costs in there and the marketing costs and that type of thing. But let's say you had $100 in closing costs and you had $100 in marketing costs and maybe $100 mailing costs. So then really your cost basis for this particular property is $2,300, right?
Negative. Yes.
Negative. But
why?
What's that?
Why? Because
why is it negative?
You're making it negative. It's because it's leaving our pocket.
Right. Very good. Leaving our pocket. Now, if you sell this property those days, and you get a down payment, what are you shooting for a down payment typically on a typical land deal?
It'd be nice to get 20%, but you're probably going to end up getting 10% would be good. But I think 20% is what we usually teach at flight school, right? And then 80% is taking over the payments.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can, but here's the cool thing. Like, you can do whatever you want, right? So maybe you do like a.
That's the beauty, because you can play with this while you're talking. Like, say, Scott, I'm on the phone. I'm like, Scott, $2,300. You're offering this to me for what, $200 a month? And I'm like, Scott, or maybe you said $250. Scott, I can only do $200. What can you do on this? So originally, you're saying $250 a month.
Yeah. So let's say you get a $250 down payment, but let's say you charge a doc fee, which a lot of us do. Let's say you charge a $200 doc fee, right?
$400. Now you're at $1,900.
So $450 really is you're getting 250, or you're getting a $200 doc fee and a $250 down payment. So that changes your cost basis. So now your cost basis
1850.
is 1850, right? So 1850 is your cost basis. And again, that's how much money we're into this property after we get the $200 doc fee and the $250 down payment.
Now you can go on to 200 and still have a crazy yield.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy yield, right? So what's typical in our, John Burnett, typical terms and typical payment?
So typical payment, if I was buying a property for $2,000, payment might be between 99, like on the low end, maybe a couple hundred on the upper end.
Yeah. I think that I always tell people, and it's more on the upper end, as John's saying, but you can think of it like 1,100, 2,200, 3,300, 4,400, 5,500. That's kind of how, and obviously that might be the not upper tier, but that's approachable.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we sell this thing for 8,000 terms, right? And we get a $250 down payment. So basically you're looking at, if you get a $200 down payment, your balance is 7,800, and we'll just say we'll sell it over 48 months. Okay. So 48 months, then, whoops, I knew I was going to do that.
You put the present value in yet.
I know.
That's all right.
So there's your present value. Okay. And we're going to sell it over 48 months. So that's our N, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And our payment on that is $162.50.
Where'd you get that?
I just took 7,800 divided by 48.
Okay.
So that's our payment. So to calculate the yield then, so we have our three numbers that we need to calculate yield. We have the present value or the cost basis. We have the payment that we structured for a 48-month deal. And we have the 48 N, which is your time. So our yield on this deal is really good, 103%, right?
Ooh.
So making 103% of our money annually over the life of the loan, right? But you guys can see how if you're on the phone with a potential buyer and they're negotiating with you, right?
Yeah, Scott, I don't want to pay any more than $150 a month.
$150 a month. Okay. All right. So let's say we change the value here, then the payment amount to $150 a month. And then what's that do to our yield? So you see it brings our yield down a little bit, 95%, but it's still an amazing yield.
Yeah, but you might, and it's not maybe not change the yield, the length of it, but you might not say, okay, great, but that's going to be over 50 months or 55 months. Or I pick one, you pick the next one.
Yeah. What if we say, yeah, we can do that over 60 months, right? Then our yield is 97. So this is a handy tool to have out and use, during sales conversations, because every once in a while, somebody will say, hey, I know it says 99 down, but I want to put 1,000 down. Okay. Right. And then I don't really need to calculate the yield on that, but I can look at it and get really excited. Right.
Yeah.
So this is a tool that we utilize on the buy side, right? We'll utilize it when we're buying a property. Zano, you and I are, truth be told, we were doing it on the phone a couple days ago.
Yeah, because you look at, we're buying a bulk deal and we had to configure all the numbers to see how we can make our yield, because we're not going to do the deal unless we get our yield to a certain percent, right? So
right,
a certain number. So we played with it, and then as soon as we recognized the yield was there, we were like, done deal. We're doing it.
Done deal. And that was really nice because some people it's just less guesswork. Like maybe it sounds like we're getting a good deal, but let's sit down and do the numbers.
Yeah, you don't really know until they get the cold facts.
Yeah. So let's calculate Daniel's yield just for fun, and then we'll open up for questions. So Daniel bought his property for $49.68. All right, and Daniel got $500 down. So actually, then his cost basis is $44.68. Okay, so that's his cost basis, his present value in land. He's getting $153 per month for 72 months. So Daniel's yield on this deal, no way. I was going to say, there we go. It's 36%. Okay. So guys, are you going to shy away from a deal like this? Not necessarily, right?
No, we have a target, but the thing is, who's going to turn, 4 into what's the total? 45 into what?
$4,400 into 10,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Where else are we going to do that? That's the thing. They may not. All this is saying that he's not going to recapture his original capital as quick as we might like, but he's still going to make a great return.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And it is a great return.
Do a lot of deals like that, Scott. Like I've done deals on bigger properties that I'm not concerned about getting my money back that quick, but I look at the overall return over time and it's crazy. So I'll do that. So you just, you just have to, it's based upon what you're capable of doing with your business at the time. They're all different scenarios that work.
And it all balances out in the end because you have some crazy high yield on some properties, right? Especially, John, on the properties where maybe you sold it 3 times and now your cost basis is $100.
I know. Yeah. Once you get to that point, I don't even know how to calculate yield.
But an average, you're gonna have some deals that knock it out of the park, and then you're gonna have some really great deals like this one. I mean, you're making 36% on your money. I mean, where else can you do that? Where else can you do that, Mike?
Yeah, not a lot of places.
Right. So it's a great deal. I think it's an amazing first deal. I think the longer you're in this business, you like we said, you utilize this calculator to help you make money on the buy and to structure deals in a way that makes sense for you. Right. So hopefully this was helpful, everyone. Land Geek Nation. Let's go through some comments and questions. Mike loves, the hive mind is what he loves.
Oh my God.
Where in Austin is the summit? All right, I'm going to find that for you, Don, and I'll tell you. Billy Swinton has a property in inventory not sold. That's okay. You bought a property, though, Billy, and we make money on the buy. So what I always tell everybody is, because sometimes people get a little bit down on themselves. They buy a property and then maybe sits there for a month and they don't sell it. So what I like to do is remind them that, hey, Billy, you bought this property at a deep discount and there's some inherent value to this property. So essentially you just added this property to your real estate portfolio.
Yes.
Right? So, and that's for people too. Maybe they go on a buying spree in the first few months of this business. They buy 5 or 10 properties. And then they're feeling a little bit nervous, or maybe they're feeling a little bit down because they haven't had a sale right away. Well, look at the value of the properties, right? Put it in a spreadsheet. You bought these properties, you're $20,000 all in for these properties, and they're worth $100,000. That's a win.
Yeah, big time.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Dinesh is here. What's up, Dinesh? Watching from British Columbia, having a crisp glass.
Nice.
Ooh, crisp.
Okanagan, Pinot, Greece. I don't know if that said that right.
Sounds like a white wine. Dinesh sounds like a white wine.
Don Thrasher finally understands it, John, which I think he is attributing to your green eggs and ham, like Dr. Seuss rendition of yield. So that's awesome. Where do we find the calculator? So you can find the 10BII calculator. It's an app on your Mac. Like I downloaded it as an app on my Mac and an app on the iPhone. I think it does cost a few dollars, but it's a helpful tool to have. John, you're on a PC or Mac?
I'm on a Mac.
Yeah, and yeah. Mike, you're kind of Mike's a different computer every day. So, Mike, what do you use on your PC?
I have it on my iPhone.
Oh, okay, iPhone. Yeah, okay. So, Daniel Bryan, excited for this math. Got a response to a $2,000 offer today. Well, there you have it, Daniel. So play around with the calculator. Play around with the pricing, right? Play around with the down payment and the monthly payment. Billy Sinton says, divide the interest into 72. It'll tell you how long it takes to double your money. Learn this stuff and you will never overpay for a car. That's true.
Yeah. My karate man is here.
That's awesome. Let's see here. So is interest on terms going away? I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and it seems like it was charged several years ago. So uh, I'll just quickly say, in the 10 years I've been doing this, I don't charge interest. I never have, and I think with our model, land investing, that makes sense. And I think most of us don't. What about you, John?
Yeah, I don't. I have in a couple scenarios, and when I do, it's just a pain. Like mostly just because of taxes. You have to like give people I think 1099s with the amount of
Hmm.
interest that they paid, and so you have to have their social security number. So it's just a little bit more of a hassle. But I do charge more for terms. So I've got a fancy spreadsheet, and I plug in my numbers. Like I'll plug in the cash price, plug in the down payment of the monthly, and it'll calculate out my terms price for me. So basically, I have a terms price and I have a cash price, and the terms price is higher. So
Say that one more time. How you calculate it? Though I mean, I think we should break that down. People are going to want to
oh
hear that.
yeah. So I've got a spreadsheet that I basically I'll plug in my down payment. Well, so it'll go both ways. So I've got one that'll calculate the cash price for me from a terms price, and the other that'll calculate my terms price from a cash price. So like if I were, let's say the cash price was $8,000, down payment is $349. I charge $250 doc fee, and then let's say that we were doing let's say $160 a month. So if I were doing that, then my terms price I would do $160 a month for 63 months. So the total terms price for me would be $10,679. So
I like
I
it.
think, John, you know what I've determined, Mike? I think you need a little bit more John in your life. That's what I've determined from this whole podcast.
I mean, I need a little more Mike in my
do,
life. So
Yeah, we can
do
make
you
it happen.
concur?
yeah, Scott, you
Do you
can leave
concur?
now.
I concur.
I'll leave you two alone. Oh man, yeah. Okay. So let's see what else we got going here. This is I like Don's comment. There are very few places in the financial markets that you're going to make 36% per year. Kenneth Green, you're exactly right. When selling notes, which is another technical discussion we probably won't get into tonight, it is imperative that you can figure out the yield that you want to achieve by backing into the number of payments. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. And then we do have this. This is kind of a cool question, actually. How do you calculate yield for LandArb?
Ooh.
So this is one of the things. LandArb is pretty cool because
Yes, you should take that one. I know you've talked about this a number of times.
I've talked about it a few times, but all right. Well, let's add it. Let's go back to the yield calculator. So, well, first off,
break the 10 BII. You're going to break it.
I'm going to break it.
If you do a yield, yeah.
Okay, so for those that are watching maybe for the first time, LandArb is when you buy a property from another land investor on owner financing, but it's at a discount, right? So let's say John Burnett has a property in his inventory and his cost basis is really low. He has options then. He can sell it retail cash or retail owner financing, or he can sell it wholesale to another land investor, or maybe he'll choose to owner finance it. So I had an instance a couple of years ago. My nephew was getting into this business, and he needed a property, and he's like, "Hey Scott, do you have any properties for me, wholesale or LandArb?" And I looked at my inventory, and I did. I had a couple properties for him, where my cost basis really, when you look at it, was probably a couple $100 into a $5,000 or more property because I had bought it years ago and sold it, and somebody defaulted. So I gave Cole the opportunity to buy these, LandArb for me, and so here's the thing with LandArb, Cole, and actually he's still paying me today on these deals, but he's already sold them, right? So he's paying me. Whoops, I got to go to the calculator. He's really when you buy these properties, initially you're not a lot of money into the property. So he bought the property from me right away for $120. So his cost basis month one is $120. But if he sells it month one for $240 to another buyer, then his rate of return is infinite. We don't even need to calculate the yield, right?
Right.
But what's cool is
Yeah.
what happens is let's say he sold it month 2. So month 2, he's then into the property for $240. So his cost basis is $240, right?
Mhm.
Now, if he gets a $250 dock fee and then sells it for $240 a month, his return is still infinite. Let's say he buys it. Let's say he sells it. Let's go to month 6. Let's say it takes him a while to sell this property, and now his cost basis is like $720. He's paid me 6 months on this property and just hasn't sold it yet. So his cost basis is $720, right, for this
Yep.
particular property. And he sells it to someone for, let's say, $200 a month. Now remember, 120 that's coming to me,
So 80.
right? What's that?
So he's going to get 80.
So he's going to get 80. So his money coming to him is 80. And let's just say he sells it for 60 months, over 60 months. Look at the yield on this LandArb deal. 133% he's making on his money. That's assuming he sells it in 6 months.
Yeah. And we didn't even factor the down payment into that, did we?
You're right. We didn't factor the down payment in. So the present value is probably more like, we'll say 450 after a dock fee or whatever. So we'll just say present value is 450. Then the yield's 213%.
God.
So why don't more of us do LandArb? Right? It's a question to ask. It's a good question.
Making money out of thin air.
So self-reliant land, Andrew. That's why we like LandArb, right? Actually, I had a call, guys, today with a gal who's been through our Land Geek Flight School program, and she started 6 months ago. And she said, I just haven't had a lot of time in the business to do like mailing campaigns and that type of thing. So I decided I'm going to go LandArb. So she's bought 8 properties LandArb. She's sold 6 of them already.
No
Her
way.
passive income is $550 a month. She's 6 months into flight school, but she's really no money into these properties. So think of the return that she made on her money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So LandArb is very, very, very smart for the new land investor, and it's very smart for the old land investor when maybe we get a default or something. Right.
Yep.
I need a refill.
Ooh.
I'm having a Modelo now. I had a bourbon, but now I'm having a Modelo.
I'm on spin draft right now.
Oh, you like that stuff?
Yeah. I was doing I've got a fresh squeeze non-alcoholic IPA, which is also delicious. So
Is that Deschutes?
it's Deschutes. Yeah, this is a good one.
I like. You know what? That Deschutes IPA is pretty good. The non-alcoholic is pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right.
Daniel just bought a LandArb deal.
What's that?
Daniel McCallum just bought a LandArb deal, it says.
Yeah. After he sold his property in terms, he needs more inventory. So, and what better place to get a LandArb deal or wholesale deal than our community, right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, any other questions from the group? We do have some other comments. Let's see. Let's see here. This has been helpful for Daniel, gives some direction on moving forward on how to structure deals. Ken Green wants to talk future value. Ken, you're so fancy. You're too fancy for us. we're very, we're barely making it by here talking about just present value. Ken has an HB 12 seed platinum.
Whoa.
Ooh, fancy.
I mean,
that's a physical, like you own that in your hand, right, Ken? You don't have that on your phone.
I like to think that Ken has like a holster that it fits in and he whips it out.
Want to do this deal?
Oh, that is
What
awesome.
have you made all your decisions in life with a 10B double I?
I'm going to throw that up here. The 10B double I financial calculator.
HP 12C. I got to look this up.
Yeah.
All right. Billy Swinton has we can answer that, Billy.
Ooh.
Billy, this may not be for you guys, but I have an LG Pass question. I want to mail a few myself. Can I use LG Pass for that? So I think if you're asking, like, can you print the letters off yourself? Is that what you're asking, Billy? You can definitely do that. You have two options in LG Pass. You can either do the automated function through LAB, which is a processing center that processes the physical envelopes, or you can set up a Dropbox destination and basically create the letters, send them to the Dropbox, and print them off that way. What is LandArb? Yeah, protecting families. So LandArb is when you buy a property on owner financing from another land investor at a discounted rate. So I'm going to pay John Burnett $100 a month for this property that he's given to me on a deal. And then I'm going to sell it to somebody else for $200 a month, and I make the split. So I still pay John his $100 a month, but I make $100 also.
Make that spread.
Make the spread. Yeah, so Billy wants to do stuff, stamp and mail on his own, but track in LG Pass. You can definitely do that with LG Pass, Billy, for sure. Yep. So awesome. Well,
do we like get some more poems out? I'll see if I can get a really long one.
Well, I mean, hey, we took an hour of content into 45 minutes. We're pretty sharp.
Yeah, we're smart.
We're sharp and we're smart. Sharp and smart.
Smart and sharp.
Oh, man. Where can you access the calculator? Yeah, I would just search online or the
I put
Mac
it right on my app
store.
store off the iPhone, Mark.
Yep. All right, cool. Any other questions, folks out there? 10B calculator affiliated or not? Any other questions about land investing? Has anybody done some deals they want to share? Any wins that you have experienced here recently? Awesome. I think I hit most of the comments here.
All right.
Cool.
We'll leave them wanting more.
Yeah, that's how you are, Zano. You just kind of always. Oh, goodness gracious. You guys are very quiet tonight.
Yeah. I had too many non-alcoholic beers.
He's non-drunk.
He's non-drunk. Oh, man. Can you play with the math for selling the note after a few months? Oh, not right now. Not right now, Daniel. I am. Do you guys ever? Oh, that's a good question. Do you guys ever keep any land that you buy? John, do you ever keep any land that you buy?
I haven't. I've had some properties that we bought that were beautiful, where we kind of considered it a little bit, but I never have. I mean, if we found something phenomenal, maybe we would, but I haven't. How about you guys?
No, I haven't found anything that made me say, yes, I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
I have one property that I bought a long time ago. It's technically landlocked, but it's like right outside city limits. So I think it's kind of right in the path of growth, and I bought it at a good price, I think. So I'm just letting that kind of sit in my QRP bought the property. My qualified retirement plan bought the property. So I just parked my money in that plot of land, and we'll see what happens here in the near future.
Nice.
But I know Mark has, right? Like didn't Mark buy like an entire subdivision one time and put it in trust? And then some developers came through, or railroad came through, or something.
I don't remember that specific story.
Yeah, but I think it just all depends, right? Like you're going to come across opportunities where that might make sense. I think that the majority of us, though, we just want to move it because money loves speed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Because if I can sell it right away, what can I do with that money right away? rather than sitting on it. But I think there are some plots of land. It makes sense to maybe keep them, put them in a trust, or gift them to family members or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think this is Jeff. Is that Jeff Moore? The fire's still raging here. Is that in Utah, Jeff? The fire's still raging here, but I did pick up a wholesale property this week, so I'm taking the win. There you go. That's
That
awesome.
is a win.
Cool. Well, I was going to find a quick Facebook question of the week, and then we can close it out with that. So let's see if I can find something here quick.
We could also always do story time if you wanted to.
Yeah. Do you have any land stories, John, that you'd like to tell?
Let me think.
Let me think.
I could tell a crazy sale story.
Please do.
Yeah, so I had this one property and I sold it on terms for like 23, 24 grand. The guy paid $2 or $3 grand. And then this was when, remember that bank failure that happened and everybody was freaking out like way back when? So this guy decided he wanted to pay off the property, but he didn't trust banks. And so he was like, I can't wire you the money. I was like, okay. And he didn't want to like send a check or anything like that. He's like, I'm going to drive up to you and I'm going to give you cash. And I was like, well, I mean, you're in Salt Lake City. I'm actually on vacation in Southern Idaho right now. And so we can meet in Twin Falls. It's actually like kind of close to you. And so he was like, okay. So I figured, I was like, Salt Lake City, it's like going to be nice, clean cut boy. And I was like, and so we went and met in the guest center at Twin Falls. And this guy shows up and he's got a shaved head and he's wearing a hoodie. and I come up to him and I'm like, are you Ben? And he's like, yeah, where are we gonna do this? so we go into a car together.
Oh my God, this is like
I know.
You went into his car?
No, he went. We both went. Yeah. So, but anyways, he had this box.
Yeah.
And this big white box, and then he flips open a knife. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the part where I die. This was a terrible decision. And then he flips over the box and starts cutting the tape, right? And then he starts counting out to me $20,000, or I can't remember how much it was, however much left on the note, but it was more than 20. And he counts it out to me in 20s, 50s, and 100s. He's like, there's 1,000. I'm just like, yes. And then at the end, I'm like, what do I do? And so I just took out my phone and I was like, I guess I'll give you kind of a receipt. So I just took my phone and took like a selfie video. And I'm like, this guy just gave me $20,000.
Oh my God.
And then, so he left. I deeded the property, and then I've got $20,000. I'm in Southern Idaho, like far away from my bank. And so I just put it in the trash compartment in my minivan. And
my Lord.
And then we ended up like depositing it in the bank 3 or 4 days later. So there you go. There's land story time with John.
I mean, it's kind of interesting, John, because I would say there's like one deal every year or 2 years that's kind of like that, where somebody just refuses to pay electronically, and they're like, the only way I will pay you is with cash. And I say, well, hey, I'm in this city in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Like, you're 10 hours away from me. You're 5 hours away from me. You can come to me, I guess, but I'm not coming to you. And I had a similar story. I met a guy in a local Panera coffee shop about 1.5 years ago, and he whips out a tin can with and pays me $8,000 in cash. And he's like, doling them out in the Panera shop, the Panera coffee shop.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I don't know. $8,000 at a tin can in a Panera. That's great.
In a Panera.
I had a guy mail me gold once. So
nice.
And Yeah, Eric Peterson was my coach, and he had like he always talks about his gold deal.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me about all the different ways to value gold and all this stuff. It was great. So
awesome. Mike, have you ever done a cash deal in person?
Yeah, I mean, the one that comes to mind is I bought some. It was interesting. I was going down to Florida, and I had been talking to a guy months prior. I really wanted this property for about $5,000, and he wasn't going to sell it. But by chance, I saw he lived in the city that I was going to be heading to. So I called him up. I said, I don't want to assume anything, but I will be down in your area. And he said, I offered him, I said, I'm at $5,000. And he's like, well, it was like January, February. If tax season wasn't here, I'd say no, but you hit me at the right time. Let's do it. So I went down, and he was the chief of police in that town. And I met him at the bank, the TD Bank, and we're just, I'm whipping out, it was like $5,000 cash, and they're all looking at me like, what's going on? What's he paying the cop off? But yeah.
Oh man, we do
amazing.
not recommend to anybody in the call they do things this way, but I don't know. It's you want a little adventure.
Yeah,
These things
we live
sometimes
life
happen.
on the edge. It's great.
Billy Rogers, remember Billy Rogers? His first cash deal, he like went to the person's house, and or the guy came to his house with a briefcase or something like that. It was craziness.
Yeah, I think he told him to go away. He was like, no.
Oh man. Well, Zano, I can tell you, Zano, you're getting a little antsy over there.
I'm gonna go eat my hot fudge sundae. That's all.
Oh, he's got a Sunday waiting for him. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Nothing. What else do you do at 10 o'clock in New England except eat a hot fudge sundae?
I could just tell that you weren't. Your energy has just dropped a little bit. I could tell that you want to move on with your evening and get away from me and John. It's fine.
I love you guys.
It's all right. We love you.
No, love you too, Mike. We love you
but
too.
we know we take second place to the ice cream sundae. So
just tonight,
it's all right.
Not every night, John.
All right. So next week on Nightcap, that's an interesting topic. I don't know if I necessarily know what that means.
Oh boy.
It says land investing training course. Nothing held back. So
we're going to do a whole course.
We're doing an hour-long course next week, I guess. Holding nothing back. This is to build trusts. This is to show. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild. We're teaching Zainal. You're teaching a course next Tuesday night on Nightcap. Have your slides ready, please.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Professor.
And AI is not allowed. No AI slides.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, that'll be fun. We'll have to get some context on what that means from the man, the Godfather, Mark Podolsky, who, by the way, I hope he joins us again. It's been a while. Mark, we miss you.
He thought that. He's like, oh, I don't know if you guys, but we miss you, Mark. We do miss you.
We do miss you.
He's watching you. I know he is. Watching. Well, probably not. Probably not. But you'll see the rerun.
We live in the rerun.
We do.
All right, everybody. Hope this was helpful. Use the 10B double I calculator. We should get like some kind of cut from the 10B double I people, I think.
We should.
Yeah.
Should at least get one of those $3 that you pay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's when this goes viral.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll chat with you next week, and keep mailing and marketing.
Breathe it in, breathe it out.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh, wait, and also eat bologna by land.
Eat bologna by land.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.